my friends, with you it's Andrea Purvu, and today I welcome you guys back to a new episode of the Prima podcast. For today's episode, I have a really special guest with me because yesterday I finished the after-match reviews of the Euro 2024 series. So today I decided to do a wrap-up on this European tournament, and I have here with me, as I said, a special guest. His name is Cristi, and I won't say anything more. I will let him introduce himself. Hey Cristi, how are you?
Hello Andrea, hello guys. My name is Cristi. I'm known as Cristi YouTube or Cristi FM on YouTube because I'm posting FIFA videos on a mobile phone or on the console. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I wanted to say that this is my first video in English, so
yes,
it will be hard.
But it's going to be alright. I'm sure of that. Anyways, basically, I chose to pick Cristi because he was the most qualified person I knew for shooting this video and to actually talk for half an hour about football and actually professional football. So yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, now let's get started. So basically, I will ask you a few questions, and the first questions are related to the group stage. So basically, I first wanted to ask you, which team's performance in the group stage did you like the most?
Well, I have to say Romania because I'm Romanian, but no, I think Romania was the underdog in the group stages. I mean, no one would say that we will finish first in that group. 4 points, 3-0 against Ukraine. I think we were the special team in the group stages because later on, no, but in the group stages we were good.
Yeah, as well, like beating Belgium to be above them, that was such an important thing. And I agree with you. Honestly, I think that I actually agree with you. I do not have any other remarks to say on this one. We were the dark horse in the groups, in my opinion, as well. Okay.
Yeah, a crazy group also because 4 points for all the teams, and I have to say that we were the most invaluable team at the tournament. So yeah, finishing first in that group is also.
Yeah, I really do agree with that. Anyways, next question about the group stage was which team didn't, in your opinion, deserve to qualify for the next stage of the competition for round of 16?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. Let me think. A team that didn't deserve. I don't know. I'm between. I'm between maybe Denmark or England. I mean, in that group, I think it was group F or what kind of group? Let me check.
I think so.
Yeah, that group was boring. You might not agree with me because I know that you are in England. Yeah, I mean, let me see. No, it was group C. And basically one win in the whole group was boring. They were scored like 2, 4, 6, a few goals. So I think England or Denmark because they were definitely the favorites in that group. But I think they performed terrifying.
Yeah, I agree. Though I think that England later on the tournament, they evolved little by little. I mean, with every single stage they were becoming better, though in the final their performance was not the best, but we'll get there. In my opinion, the team that didn't deserve to qualify was Italy. I mean, in my opinion, that was the worst team, and I really think that Croatia should have qualified. And I just remember Modric's face when basically there were just 30 minutes left and he was biting his jersey, and in the last 30 seconds Italy scored, and that was it. And yeah, it was such a sad moment. And honestly, I really did not like Italy. I was thinking that for the last Euro winners to have such poor performances, and as well, in my opinion, the only good player in that, I mean, the only player that performed up to his level was Donnarumma, and to literally have just one player that performs up to their standards, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but we have to remember that Italy also doesn't qualify for the World Cup, so they were definitely in a bad stage. But I think that whole group was pretty bad overall. I mean, Spain was definitely killing all of them, but Croatia also played really poor football in general. I mean, their match against Italy was the only one that was okay. Albania also shocked me a little bit. I mean, they didn't do that much, 1 point in 3 matches, but they were there. I mean, it was close matches with all of the teams, but yeah, Italy could also be a contender for the worst performer in the group stages that qualified.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, now let's literally talk about the tournament overall from round of 16 to the finals. So I wanted to ask you which match's final outcome you thought it was not fair. Like, do you think any team was robbed and deserved to qualify in the next stage but didn't?
Let me check first. So, there were some questions in the Spain against Germany match for that handball at Cucurella, but I don't think that that Germany was robbed, because the referee was pretty bad in that match. I mean, Toni Kroos did a lot of he deserved a red card in in that match, that's certainly, and he didn't get that. Romania was also a bit robbed, but Netherlands definitely deserved that win. Maybe not 3-0, but they deserve it. Also, I don't think that it was a match that was bad at all, and a team was definitely robbed, but there were some bad calls, that's certain.
Yeah, I agree with that. And like talking about the Romanian versus Netherlands match, I mean, I received a few comments on, because I said at the end of my video for that match, I was saying that I don't think that was the score that we deserved. And I was getting some comments like, okay, but what score did you think that you guys deserved? I mean, in my opinion, Netherlands deserved to win, but as you said, I mean, not necessarily with that score. I mean, I was thinking that maybe a 2-1 or maybe a 1-1 and they would win on penalties. But at the same time, you never know what it could have happened if maybe we would have scored an equalizer and yeah, we would have gained confidence and they would be demoralized. I mean, you never know what happens. It's kind of sad that these kind of errors, these major errors are made at this level. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I agree with you. I don't think that any team was actually like entirely robbed I mean, they were not able to continue in the next stage because of a referee. But as you said, I think that there were a few wrong calls.
Yeah, and also I think that in the Netherlands against England was also a bit controversial, but yeah, and also I think we can have a debate on Dumfries for that Romania against Netherlands match, because Dumfries could have got a red card. So yeah. But still Netherlands deserve it.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I wanted to ask you, I mean, can you give us an example of, because you said that it was controversial in the Netherlands versus England match. Can you give us an example of a controversial action?
Yeah, the penalty for England, if I'm not mistaken, it was a bit controversial. In my opinion, it was a penalty. It was a penalty, but some, probably because they were against England, thought that no, that was too soft for a penalty.
Yeah, I agree as well that there was a penalty, though I've heard something that Saka, before the penalty was awarded, he did a handball, but I'm not sure of that. I mean, I haven't seen any replays, but someone told me that they've seen a replay with that, but I don't know. I mean, yeah.
if that Cucurella's ball wasn't a handball, then
Yeah,
nothing
exactly.
nothing is handball anymore.
Exactly. And as well about the whole Dumfries performance, I mean, I really did not like him in this European tournament. I think that he was so aggressive, and especially in the Romania versus Netherlands match, he definitely deserved a red card. Not at Yanis' fault, I mean, not at the fault he committed to Yanis, but at the second fault. I don't remember exactly who he committed it to.
Vasile Moguș.
Yeah, to him. I mean, they're
Yeah.
at least a yellow card, you know?
Yeah. Also, the good thing is that Vasile Moguș was the opponent, because if it was Yanis or anyone else, I think it would have been much worse than it was.
I agree with that. Okay, next question. Who is, in your opinion, the most valuable player of this European tournament?
I have to say that probably for most of the people it was Yamal, and I can agree with that. But I think the most surprising one was actually Nico Williams, because I didn't know that he was that good, and he really did a great tournament. So I think Nico Williams, because as I said, no one would have expected that from him.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, as I said, as you said, I think that he really surprised us, and he was one of the best players in this European tournament. Though I would give this award to Rodri, who anyways received this award, because I think that at the moment he's one of the best midfielders in the world, and I think that he had quite good performances in these European tournaments as well, and as well on this in the final. Though I don't know if you've seen, but there are a few rumors that, I mean, not a few rumors, now he's the second favorite to the Ballon d'Or. And honestly, I do not really agree with that. I said that in another video. What's your opinion on it?
Well, Rodri was already an established player. I mean, everyone was thinking that he will carry the Spain team. I mean, the Spaniards are not the same team as 10 years ago. I mean, I really didn't expect them to win, but they performed great. And Rodri definitely deserves a Ballon d'Or, but also Carvajal, I think, can win it, but his position is not that
favorable.
Yeah. But I don't know. Let's see. We still have a few months left for the Ballon d'Or. So I don't know. I think Vini is the main character, no? Yeah. It is between Vini, Carvajal, Rodri, and Bellingham. Still, I think.
Yeah, he's the third favorite, and Dani Carvajal, I think that he's the fourth.
Yeah. I think. I don't know, the last Ballon d'Or that was a defender, I think, was Cannavaro in 2004 or 2006, so almost 20 years ago. So
yeah. I mean, it would be interesting for Dani Carvajal to receive a Ballon d'Or. As I said, I think that he's the fourth favorite right now. And I mean, he really had a great season. I think that he's definitely at the moment one of the best right defenders. And
he's also underrated, I think.
I agree with that. I mean, he's really underrated. And yeah, I think that in some matches he as well carried Spain. I mean, he helped them a lot. And yeah, it would be interesting, though I don't think that it would be 100% well deserved for him to receive the Ballon d'Or. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm really curious if Rodri will receive it. I mean, I would be happy for him because I think that he's underrated, though I don't think that he actually deserves it for this season.
I think that Real Madrid player will win it because, no player from Manchester City won it. So, yeah, you can say that it is the Real Madrid PR, but it really matters. So,
yeah, because it matters as well the other tournaments. I mean, not just only the Euros, as well the Champions League, the National League, and yeah, I mean, City won Premier League, but they lost FA Cup against the 8th place in Premier League, Manchester United, and they as well got eliminated in the Champions League in the quarterfinals. So I think that counts a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now I wanted to ask you, but I think that you kind of answered me with this on this question. I wanted to ask you, which player was the dark horse of this competition in your opinion? I mean, who surprised you the most? But you said that Nico Williams.
Yeah, 100%. I really didn't know that he is that good.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, where does he play right now? At Athletic Bilbao or Real Sociedad?
No, he's at Athletic Bilbao.
Athletic Bilbao,
he might move to Barcelona, but I would like him to stay there because he's playing with his brother Iñaki, and I want some competition in La Liga. Maybe Bilbao next year to compete for the title, as was Girona this year. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I think that, and also I don't know if you know the policy of Bilbao, but they are only having bus players, I mean from their zone, you know, and this is awesome. Yeah.
Okay, I did not know that. Wow. Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
They are the only team, I think, in the big leagues. I don't know other team.
Wow, that's really cool. I mean, yeah, they're really not patriotic, but I mean, they're proud of their city. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, and I agree with you. I think that La Liga definitely needs more competition because at the moment, especially with Hendrix and Mbappe's coming to Real Madrid, literally everything is going to be won by Real Madrid, and there is not.
Let's see. Barca is also really. I mean, they seems to be back with Yamal, who can carry that team, but
who's in good form, and Gavi, I think that he's going to come back in the next year.
Unfortunately, I know that Araujo got injured, so...
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah. Until December or something like that. And also Frankie de Jong, they still have some injuries, but Barca can be there. If they sign Nico Williams, and maybe get rid of Ferran Torres, who... I don't know how he was in that Spain team. I mean, no, he's awful. At least this season, he's really bad.
I quite agree with you. In my opinion, the dark horse, I mean, the player that was the dark horse in this competition was Arda Güler. I mean, I really did not expect him to play this well. I really liked his season at Real Madrid, even though he played very few minutes, but he definitely showed that he is a diamond in a rough, and seeing him as well have his moments at the national team at the Euro tournament, and him scoring one goal and two of Merih Demiral's goal being scored from his corner kicks. I mean, little by little, I'm seeing Kroos and Modric in him somehow. I see a combination of them, but as well I see Arda Güler's personality. That's something that I really like at him as a player, that he has a lot of personality and a lot of confidence. So yeah, I mean, what's your opinion on Arda Güler and on his performance at this European tournament?
Yeah, he was really strong. He definitely surprised us because, as you said, he didn't have he didn't have that time at Real Madrid. I think he played like 4 or 5 games completely, which is it is there are just a few minutes, but his problem was basically the team, because Turkey is not that great, and they have some quality players, and they seem to have a great generation that is coming up, but they are still far away. I mean, I was really happy for them to qualify, and they really do a great job. I mean, they were close to beat Netherlands, and it is very good, Arda Güler, but he still needs minutes and time to adapt, because the talent is there, the quality is there.
Yeah, I agree with you. Though, I mean, you said that Turkey did not have the greatest team. I agree with you. Though I think that they had a better team than in the last years. I mean, they kind of impressed me, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. But still, compared to Netherlands, Spain, or other countries, they are behind.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. And I agree as well with, thinking that Nico Williams was the dark horse because as well, he really impressed me. I did not know many things about him before. I've seen him in a few matches, but nothing, I haven't seen a really big spark. And in this European tournament, he helped the team so much and stuff like that. Though, when we are talking about Lamine Yamal, because most of the people said that he is the dark horse, I kind of expected him to play this well because, he had a great season at Barcelona. Sadly, he couldn't carry the whole team to qualify in further stages in Champions League.
Yeah, great season in terms of his age because 16 is absolutely insane. Not a great season for, if we are comparing him with Mbappe's season or something like that, he's behind, but for that age, it is great.
Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, and talking about the dark horse, to wrap it up with the dark horse, I wanted to ask you which team was, in your opinion, the dark horse?
I'm not saying Romania this time. I think Georgia was the dark horse. They really played good. They took a big loss against Spain, but they were performing good. They were performing good in if we are thinking that they have like 3 or 4 world-class players and the rest of the team is pretty mediocre, but they really impressed me with Mikautadze, with Mamashvili. Varashkelia was also good, but I think he was not at his best. But I think Georgia was the dark horse, to be honest.
Yeah, I quite agree with you. And I was honestly between Georgia and Turkey. And as well, I really liked the match that they had against each other in the groups. That was one of my favorite matches from this European tournament. They had so many occasions, so many shoots on target, so many interesting dribbles and passes and stuff like that. Yeah.
I think also Slovenia was pretty good, and Slovakia too. But I think Georgia was more impressive than them.
Yeah, I so agree with Slovenia. I definitely did not expect these performances from them. And they have Jan Oblak. Yeah. We don't have anything to say about him. We cannot talk enough about him. But
but the goalkeepers are. It doesn't matter that much, the goalkeeper, maybe in some teams, but you can look at Romania. We have Nitsa, who was one of the most unvaluable player in this Euro, but he played really good, so yeah,
I agree with that. Okay, next question. I wanted to ask you if you agree with the final outcome. Do you think that Spain deserved to win, or is there another team that you think that was more worthy of the win?
No. Spain was they deserved that win because they played a great tournament. I think they win every single game in this Euro. I think the closest one was with Germany, but still they perform really well. I think undoubtedly they deserve that win. France was bad. England was okay in the knockout stages, but it is not enough. Portugal also not that good. Germany was really good. I think that game against Germany against Spain was the decisive one. I think if Germany have won that game, they will also won the tournament. So it was between Germany and Spain. From my point of view.
I agree with that. I was thinking about that as well. That whoever is going to win quarterfinal or
quarterfinal.
Okay, whoever is going to win that quarterfinal is going to win the tournament. And honestly, thinking on a deeper level, I think that Spain deserved even more than Germany to win. They had the best performance. From the groups, I was thinking that they might win. And they kind of surprised me. I did not expect them to play this well. I know that they won the last Nations League, I think.
Yeah, but I think the key factor was also the poor performances of the others team, because French and England were for me the undoubtedly favorites, and also Portugal, but they played really bad, even though they have the better players. But the
Yeah, I
whole
agree
team
with
is
that.
the most important, not a specific player.
Yeah, exactly. Because, for example, England had the best individual stars, but they were not able to communicate with each other and stuff like that. And I mean, Spain did not have the most amazing stars ever and the most amazing players, but they were really good at communicating. And I have to give credits to that to the coach. And
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah,
and I
definitely.
think that honestly the coach helped them so much during this tournament. And if someone deserves that cup, is him. I mean, so many great decisions took in the latest minutes. So many. I mean, yeah, I cannot talk enough about the Spanish coach. He really impressed me, honestly, and I
Yeah.
think he has done most of the work.
Yeah, but the only thing that I have to say is that seeing Morata, the captain of Spain, seems seems wrong. I think that I don't know how he's the captain, but it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen that he is thinking of leaving? I mean, to leaving the national team.
Yeah, the problem is that Spain actually does not have a better striker, but Morata, I don't know, maybe I'm a hater of him, but he was out. He was, I mean, looking at Yamal and Nico Williams, how they were playing, Morata was from other world. I don't know, but
Yeah.
he's there. But also, how does he have the captain armband? I don't understand.
Yeah, I agree.
Why not Rodri? Why not Carvajal or even
Yeah.
Laporte? I mean,
Yeah, I agree with you. And honestly, what I did not like at him was the fact that he decided that he wants to retire from the national team, because basically he was receiving so much hate. And I was like, man, I mean, you are the captain, you have so much experience behind, and like, you cannot handle hate, you cannot I mean, you don't have the inner strength to do this. I mean, if you don't have the inner strength to handle hate, then okay, you should definitely leave this team. Bye. But,
yeah.
and I've seen as well that, I mean, 10 hours ago, he signed with AC
AC
Milan.
Milan. Yeah, with AC Milan. I don't know. This guy is surprising me every single time. I don't understand how he managed to play for Real Madrid, Chelsea, Juventus, Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, I agree
He's
with
a good goal scorer if you are looking at his stats, but at the same time, I don't understand how. I don't understand. But
Yeah, and I'm
many
just-
many people think that that's money laundering, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see how he'll perform at AC Milan. Probably he will be the successor of Giroud, basically.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, honestly, I don't know if he cannot handle hate at the national team. I don't know how he's going to handle hate at AC Milan, because that team has really outrageous supporters, and as well, I mean, they have this derby with Inter Milan, and their supporters are as well really aggressive and stuff like that. So I really do not know what he's going to do there, honestly.
Yeah, but AC Milan is not what they were 15 years ago or something like that. I mean,
Yeah, true.
the last season was pretty bad compared to the previous one, where they were in the semifinals of the Champions League and when they won the Scudetto. But no, they won the Scudetto 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. But I hope AC Milan will come back as a great team, because they have the potential with some good players. Zlatan is there in their staff, and basically
have
Milan does not have Zlatan have Milan, so
Yeah, I agree with you.
maybe they will sign I Show Speed too, and
Yeah. I mean, they have so much history, and it would be such a pity for them to, I mean, draft away from the wins and stuff like that, because yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they're a really prestigious club, but at the moment, their squad is not necessarily the best. So.
Yeah, because they don't have enough money to compete with the Premier League teams, especially.
True. Yeah. Okay. Next, I wanted to ask you which was, in your opinion, the most beautiful goal of this tournament.
That's a good question. I'm between three goals.
Okay.
Arda Güler's one, Yamal's one, or Stanciu's one. One of these.
I would add as well Bellingham's bicycle kick. I mean, I'm between these four goals.
Yeah, that one was. So it was a good bicycle kick. I mean, it seems like that Ronaldo against Juventus, but it was not that. I don't know. He was with his hand on the ground, but it was a great goal, and also in a really important minute of the part of the game. Yeah, I don't know. Probably Bellingham's goal was the most decisive one from those four. So maybe or Yamal. I don't know. I think between these two, if we are thinking also of importance of that goal, because Stanciu's goal was important for the morale of our squad, of Romanian squad, but in the end, we won that game 3-0, and Arda Güler's goal was great also. I think it was already 1-0 for Turkey in that game, I think.
Yeah.
So Yamal won the opening goal, in the game against France, or it was the goal that equalized France after their goal of Thuram.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I will give this award also to Yamal.
Yeah, I agree with you. Though, I mean, a lot of people were really praising Bellingham's bicycle kick, though I don't think that it was necessary. As you said, I mean, it was definitely not necessarily the best one. It was a bit shabby. I mean, you cannot compare it with Garnacho's bicycle kick in this season, if you have seen it.
Of course. That was a crazy goal.
Yeah. But I mean, it was really spectacular to see in this European tournament a goal scored from a bicycle kick, and especially, as you said, in the minute that was scored. And I mean, I'm at tie with 4 goals. As you said, Arda Güler's, Stanciu's, and Lamine Yamal's. But I will as well add Bellingham's goal. Though I'll have to decide. I cannot decide actually. I mean, for the longest time I was saying that Arda Güler's is my favorite, but right now I cannot decide.
Yeah, and if we can speak about maybe an underdog goal, I think Shaqiri's one against against Italy. That goal with his left foot was also really good. But
I do not remember.
That was just an.
Can you describe it a bit? I mean, what happened in that moment? Because I do not remember it exactly.
I think it was a counter-attack, and the ball was behind the defenders, and he shot with his left foot in the not at the far post, at the short post. No, I think it is. Yeah, I think that was also a good goal. I think a good goal. Shaqiri is always surprising us with some special kicks.
And honestly, he surprised me in this tournament. I did not expect him to play this well, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the final question is, do you think that if the third place playoff was played, who do you think it would have won it?
Oh, just one team? Oh, that's a hard question. Let me see all the teams. Okay, I think the favorites would have been Netherlands, I think. Basically, it was between Hungary, Croatia, Slovenia, Netherlands, Slovakia, and Georgia. But I think Netherlands were the best team. But again, maybe if that third place wasn't able to qualify, maybe Netherlands would have played better against Austria, or we don't know. But I think Netherlands would have been the winning team from the third places teams.
Okay, but basically what I was meaning was if France and Netherlands would play, that match for the third place of the European.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's
okay. I don't know. The match for a third place, I think it is kind of unnecessarily also because, yeah, I think neither Netherlands or France would have cared for a third place, but I think Netherlands because, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with you. France as well really disappointed. As well, Mbappe's performance was really disappointing, though I understand why it was that way because he got injured and stuff like that.
Yeah, but he's not the only player in that France team.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. And yeah, most of them did not play up to their standards. Someone that surprised me in the French squad was Tchouaméni. I did not expect him to play that way.
No, I think the best performer of the French squad was Kante, and I think he was I've known him. I know that he's still world class, but coming from the Saudi league was maybe surprising, and definitely surprising. And I think he was the engine of that team, and maybe I think in that game against Spain, I think he was subbed off at some point of the match, and maybe that was also a key factor.
Yeah, I agree with that. I said in one of my videos that, in my opinion, N'Golo Kante was like 10 players and a half in that team. As you said, he definitely was the NG of the team, though I expected him to have such a good performance because I remember him playing in the World Cup in 2018, and as well his seasons at Chelsea, he really impressed me back then. And yeah, he's one of my favorite French players, and
yeah, you cannot hate Kante.
Yeah, exactly. You literally cannot hate him, even though he had one match. I don't remember exactly who was against, but it was in the groups. And it was a match where he did a few errors, and I was a bit like, man, what's going on? But still, you cannot hate him. I do not know.
Yeah, but also we have to think that he won 2 Man of the Match awards in the group stages.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I know. And as well, thinking about his season, he played in the Saudi League, but he won the King's Cup, if I'm not mistaken, against Al Nassr.
No. Al Hilal won everything in Saudi. But he's playing at Al Ittihad.
Okay. For 1 second, I was thinking that he is playing for Al Hilal, and
No. Al Ittihad was extremely bad this season, but I don't think it was Kante's fault. I think he was one of their best players because Benzema had a stinker, and in general, I think Al Ittihad was a mess in general. So
I didn't watch that much the Saudi League. I've watched it. I watched a few matches for the GOAT Ronaldo, but besides that, I'm not that familiar with all of those teams and players and stuff like that. So yeah. Okay, so do you have anything else to add about these European tournaments?
Well, I think it was pretty good. I think the best matches were the ones with the lesser good players. I think that matches like I don't know, Romania against Ukraine or Georgia against Turkey. I think matches like England against France. No, England England played against Netherlands. No, yeah. I think that I think that the big teams disappointed a lot, and the fun was missing. I don't know. I didn't see that many skills that I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with you. Honestly, I was thinking as well that the matches that were played with teams that were a bit worse were the funnest and the most enjoyable to watch as well, because those teams were the one that were hoping the most and they were wanting the most to qualify for the next stage. So yeah, I mean, the matches and the battles were more, I wouldn't say aggressive, but they wanted more, you know, so yeah.
England, France, especially these two teams were, I don't know, they were just passing the ball. They didn't try that many trick shots or long shots or something like that. They were just passing the ball. They tried to enter with the ball in the net. So that was a big problem.
Yeah, I'm thinking that they're like such big stars at their clubs, and they were not, I mean, as you said, they were not doing any trick shots. They were not doing dribbles and stuff like that. It was so weird, but probably because as well, I mean, they were coming after very hard seasons and very tiring seasons, so now they weren't in the best form. And as well, the fact that, as I said when I was talking about England, they are leaders at their club teams, so it was kind of hard to connect with each other. And
yeah, especially if you think about their attack. I mean, you have a player from Bayern Munich, one from Real Madrid, City, Arsenal, and on the bench you have one player from Aston Villa, Watkins, one from Chelsea, one from Newcastle. I mean, yeah.
And they're all like one of the best players from those teams. I mean, so yeah.
At the same time, it's a good problem somehow to have, I think.
Yeah, somehow, because having such an expensive squad, it's interesting. But do you think that Southgate should leave the team for?
No, I would say no, because let's think, he was in back-to-back finals at the Euros. He did a really good job at the last two World Cups, let's say so. And comparing with what England was doing before, I think he's okay, but I don't know. It is hard to manage a team like that with that many stars and everyone wants to play, and
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think that he received way too much backlash, even though, I mean, he, as you said, he managed to bring the team in the final twice in a row, and he had great performances. And as you said, I mean, it's really hard to put everyone on the pitch because it's just so hard to decide when you have people like Cole Palmer or Ivan Toney that are on the bench and stuff like that.
But you cannot put them ahead of Saka or Kane at the same time.
Exactly, I agree with that. I mean, there are hard decisions, and it's hard to not disappoint anyone, and it's hard as well. I mean, the whole psychological work to make with these players, because, as I said 100 million times, they're big individual stars at their club teams. And I mean, he had a really hard job, and honestly, I think that he handled all right. I mean,
Yeah, all right. Maybe they can have a better coach, but it is hard. Also, I think one of Southgate's problem is with the collapse. I think that Tomori was also deserved a call-up, and maybe Sancho too. I don't know, but at the same time, the starting 11 was basically their best team. As I said, maybe Tomori was a guy that could have played in this Euro, but No, I think Southgate is okay unless you have a really good option, because if you are firing him and you are getting other coach that is worse than him, then yeah, what's the point?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Maybe Jurgen Klopp. Maybe Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah. Okay, you guys, so this was it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. Honestly, I really liked and enjoyed shooting this video, having this debate, and actually wrapping up this tournament. I'm really happy that you are here with me to discuss about this. And yeah, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it to your friends if you think that any of this information might be useful to them. Comment down below any suggestion for me to improve and stuff like that, and subscribe to my channel and as well Christy's channel, which I'll link down in the description below. And yeah, okay, do you have anything else to say?
No, just leave a like, a comment, as you said, and it's okay. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Okay, you guys, bye!
Bye bye.